Hello Channel NITT viewers, welcome to another episode on Channel NITT. Today we're going to conduct a very simple test for everybody. Yes, everybody. You need not be a parent to do this test. And this test is, can you think like a child? Hello Channel NITT viewers, welcome to Channel NITT. So today we're going to do a very simple test, can you think like a child? So children usually think very differently from adults. So can you go back all the way to when you were a child and can you still think like a child? So what we're going to do is I'm going to tell you a very simple story. What I need you to do is to first imagine that you are a 5-year-old. So imagine you are a 5-year-old. One day you follow your mommy to a school. So she brings you to a classroom and introduces you to a teacher Sam. So Teacher Sam welcomes you both and invites you both to sit down while he goes out to get some tea and he leaves the room shortly. So your mom gets you to sit down and she surveys the entire classroom. In front of you is a table and on the table there is a basket full of porcelain cups. So your mommy takes up one of the porcelain cups to take a look. But it slips off her finger and the cup drops onto the ground. The cup breaks into pieces and you are shocked. So is your mom. She tells you, I need to go to the washroom to wash my hand. And she asks you to get seated before she comes back and she leaves the classroom. One moment later, Teacher Sam returns with tea. He saw the mess on the floor, broken cup. And he asked you, who broke the cup? So this is the first question. Take a moment to think. If you were a child, what will your answer be? So now moving on, let's continue with the story. Teacher Sam looks onto the floor and he says, I need to get a broom. So he exits the classroom and you are left in the classroom alone. One moment later, your mother returns. She asks you, did Teacher Sam come back? And you say, yes. Then she asks you, did Teacher Sam see the broken cup? And your answer is yes. So now your mommy asks you, what did you tell Teacher Sam? And what would your answer be? Now take a moment, think like a child. What would your answer be? Actually, this was a real study that was conducted by researchers to understand how children think. So whatever you heard in my story was real and they were arranged. What this means is that your mother has already agreed to participate in this study, so she brought you to this classroom which was already set up. She would introduce to the experimenter, who is Teacher Sam, and she would also deliberately break the cup. So there are 100 mothers who brought their children for this study, and all the children were asked the same two questions. The first question is asked by Teacher Sam. Who broke the cup? And the second question is asked by your mummy. And the question is, what did you tell Teacher Sam? Now, let's look at the questions again. The researchers were interested to find out how children answered these two questions. We have the first question. The first question is, who broke the cup? You might be surprised, but notably, most children answer in the same way. So most of the children answered the first question by providing the answer, I broke the cup. Why do you think the children said that? That is because they wanted to protect their mummy. Now when the mother comes back and asks, what did you tell Teacher Sam? Most of the children answered, I told Teacher Sam that you broke the cup. Are you surprised with the answer? Now why did the children say that? They say that because they want to appear to be an honest child in front of their mummy. Many adults were asked to guess what children might actually say in this circumstance. And most adults would guess wrongly. So as you can see, children may think very differently from adults. That is because they have not developed a sense of logic, they are still egocentric, and they have not developed a competence for reasoning yet. So this is why you may have children telling you things like, If daddy were to die, then I will be the next manager of his company. Sounds familiar, right? And this is also why when you have a renting child throwing tantrums at a shopping mall, like the one you see in my previous video, talking reason to your child does not really work because your child does not understand adult logic at all. They may nod their head when you speak sense to them, like that. But truly, they need some time to understand what you are really saying because their logic and your logic is slightly different, sometimes very different. And we adults do not employ children's sense of logic at all. So it is quite normal that you did not get these two questions answered correctly. So parents and educators, what are some of the things that your children and your students tell you that reflect that they have a different way of thinking? Do comment below. So many milk product companies and sanitization products companies, they always go by this slogan, "Mummies know best." Of course, as a mummy, you will know that your child doesn't like broccoli, your daughter likes to draw, your son likes Minecraft, but you can't think the way he thinks because his thinking is not yet developed. So in a way, mummies do not know best. Only informed mummies know better. And if you can understand that children do think very differently, then it will make your job as a parent much easier. If you have learned something from this video and would like us to continue to value add to you, do press the subscribe button. Sometimes we spend the entire day scripting, recording, editing and subtitling just to produce a 10-minute infotainment for you. So every view and every subscription can really motivate us. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Do watch our existing episodes as well and we'll catch you in our next episode. Goodbye!